Hey, what's up? I know it's been a little while since we spoke about the Kei Truck. So in today's video, what we're gonna go over is the 5 things that I dislike about the Kei Truck. So like I said in my other video, if you haven't seen that already, about the 5 things that I love about the truck, this video is gonna be specifically about my Kei Truck. So don't go into this video thinking that the things that I'm naming go for all Kei Trucks. This is specifically about my 1991 S83P Daihatsu HiJet. So we're gonna get into number one right now. So number one, first and foremost, the thing that I legit hate about this truck, if I could change anything, it might be one of the biggest reasons that I won't keep the truck for a long time. I mean, we'll see what happens, but it's the fact that I got a 4-speed. I didn't really know what to expect, you know what I mean? I knew that the Acti was 5-speed, so I actually walked into Boyke and I was like, yeah, I want an Acti because it's 5-speed. I mean, it never hurts to have more gears. So that's what I went into the situation. But the Actis that Boyke had at the time, they weren't the cleanest, and I wanted a very nice interior. As you can see, it's pretty nice. I gotta clean that stain. But yeah, the interior is pretty nice, and I didn't care about the exterior. As you've seen, we painted the bed, we put rims on, we did all that stuff. So in doing that, I settled for a 4-speed. And when I bought the Kei Truck, I didn't think I was gonna be daily driving it, which I'm still not doing, but I didn't think I was going on the highway and all that stuff. And then another thing with the 4-speed, I'll show you guys in a second, is that how short the gears are. So there's no RPM gauge, but I'm gonna put my head cam on, and you're just gonna hear, like, just listen to how quickly I need to shift from 1 to 2 to 3. Like, it's in a below 20 miles per hour range, and it gets kind of annoying because, like I said, I live in New York City, so there's traffic, so I'm always like boom, 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 and then I could stay in second and ride the clutch, but I don't really want to do that. So that's definitely the first thing that I hate about my Kei Truck. And like I said, Actis are 5-speeds. Even some Daihatsus are 5-speed. I know Jimmy Oaks got the newer model that has the 5-speed, and that's just one of the worst things. So let me put the head cam on and I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna go on a quick little drive around the block. So I recorded that clip earlier, but now I'm gonna see if I could do this at night really quickly. So I'm gonna use one hand to record and the other hand to just shift and steer. And I'll give you guys a kind of a better understanding of what I meant by the changing gears so quickly. And so I'm gonna make this right real quick. But as you see right now, I'm in first gear. And you see, look, I'm not even going 20 kilometers an hour, and you see, like, I gotta shift already. So then second, and then from second, 20 to, again, 30. Like, you kind of hear, like, all right, time to shift. I'm coming to a red light, so I can't show you, but after here, I'll show you guys a little more. So now I'm just gonna do from first, second, third. And I'll do it in another video, like a top speed run or something like that, but I just really want to emphasize on the fact that it's a 4-speed and the fact that I have to change gears so much. So light is green now, first, second, third. Think about it, I gotta be in third at 30 kilometers an hour. I'm gonna put how much miles per hour that is, but even third, I'll make this turn and I'll stay in third. So you guys can see how third is a pretty powerful gear, I'm not gonna lie. So third, we're gonna start from 30. See, around 50, it's like, all right, you could change, but I could push it to like, it's screaming. It's pretty much screaming right now at 60. So besides the fact that it's a 4-speed, there isn't really a lot of things that I dislike about the Kei Truck. It's an overall great truck. I love the fact that I got a Daihatsu HiJet. But if I have to pick 5 things, they might be a little nitpicky. But number 2 would definitely be the fact that the engine is right here. I did my best, as you saw in the other videos, to sound deaden it, so it definitely isn't loud. I got that under control, but it still gets a pretty rich smell, and rich as in like gas, not as in wealth. You still get a pretty gassy smell if you're driving it for a long time, especially if you're in traffic. If you're going fast on the highway, if you're going fast just on like local streets, you don't really get that smell. But if I'm sitting in traffic for like 10-15 minutes, the fumes just come up, and then I have to have the windows down because it would smell way too gassy in here. So that's number 2 if I had to pick a second thing. So number 3 for me would be the ride quality. So understand what you're buying. I knew what I was getting myself into living in New York City and buying a 25-year-old vehicle. So what I mean by that is that it's a pickup truck, an emphasis on the pickup truck. Like, this Kei Truck was designed to be, you know, a smaller utility work vehicle in Japan. So the fact that and I guess most of you guys would drive it with nothing in the back 99% of the time, it does get very bumpy. You know those bumps where like they're so bad that you just have to stay quiet and it just humbles you and you just sit here like, I get that at least a couple times a day. So the few times that I've had a lot of weight on the back of the truck, the ride quality was amazing. Like, it actually felt like a more modern vehicle, especially with the wheels. I'm gonna get into that in a second. But I'm gonna jump on the back of the truck so you can just see how much it travels. Like, it wants to have weight on the back. It's a pickup truck at the end of the day. So let me jump on it really quick so you can see. So that's kind of a better understanding of what to expect. I'm gonna get into the wheels too. Okay, so something I did, if you haven't seen that video, click the corner right now, was these are the stock wheels that come on the Daihatsu HiJet. They're 12s, they're very thin, as you can see. I mean, my hand is wider. But I upgraded to these 13. So this is kind of just like a tip. If you're gonna be driving in the like city and stuff like that, I would definitely try to find bigger rims. I know some people even get like 14s, but I didn't want them to stick out too much. Like, as you can see, I have some really good fitment with these. So these are just 175/70 13s. And this rim, I'm not gonna lie to you right now, it's made day and night difference. When I was driving this and I was going over potholes, it was to the point where I felt like the truck was just gonna fall apart. Now that I have this, it absorbs the bumps much better. I feel like it has more grip. Everything about it is much better. So if you want to improve your ride quality, definitely try to find a bigger rim, get a nice new beefy tire, and that's my tip. But let's get into number 4. At this point, I kind of just have to find things, but if I had to name another thing, I would say that the gas mileage isn't amazing. It also just depends on how you drive. You know, when you have a stick car, someone could say your mileage is this, another person can say that. But with me, I know I'm always revving to at least, like, I don't even know what the red line is, but let's just say it's 10. I'm shifting at like 7, 8 non-stop. So like the gas mileage really isn't good on this. So don't kind of walk into getting a Kei Truck and think like I'm gonna have the 50 miles a gallon, which I guess is possible if you're driving very slow. But again, the fact that I have a 4-speed and the fact that I'm always hooning down turns and everything is I'm not getting good gas mileage. And I use 93 because I heard that the gas in Japan is different than here, so I use 93. So the gas mileage really isn't the best. I think it has a 10-gallon tank. I could be wrong, but gas mileage really isn't the best. So let's get into the very last thing. And if I had to pick a last thing, I guess depending on where you live, try to get a Kei Truck with AC. My heat also doesn't work, but that's kind of a me issue. Can you guys let me know in the comments too? Let's get off this video really quickly. I bought my Kei Truck like this. Let's see if I can show you the heater core hoses. Oh, they're right here. So I bought it like this. Is this something that they do in Japan? Is this something that they do when they import a vehicle? Is this common? Because don't let me know in the comments, because as you see, my things are right here, and they did this. It's definitely gonna get cold in a couple months, so I gotta figure this out. I was just gonna connect them and see what happens, but is this something they do before they import the car, or the person in Japan just did it because the heat didn't work and he was just like, F it, let's do that? So kind of let me know in the comments. But yeah, try to get a truck that has AC if you want. I don't hate not having AC. Luckily I bought my truck in like late July, August, so only had to deal with the heat for about like a month and a half. But it would be cool to have AC. The windows, don't get me wrong, definitely work. They're very wide and it gets a lot of wind in the cab, so I'm not mad about that. But that'd be my last thing. If I had to get some honorable mentions, I wish I got a jumbo. Those are a little bigger. I know those are more expensive and harder to come by because everybody wants them, but look into jumbo, like the Daihatsu HiJet jumbo. It's basically just ends here, and this is shorter, but I'm not really using it to do pickup truck things, so it would have been dope to have some more space. What else if I had to pick some more things? And I know I've been saying this a lot in the next video, but what I have to do next is build those speakers right here. I know a couple people commented that there's holes here, but I don't know how I would have it look as OEM as possible. So I think I'm just gonna build like a box with 2 6-inch speakers right here. But the radio isn't the best. I mean, the radio is fire actually, but this speaker, I was told that I have to take out the whole dash to change it, so I'm not doing that. It's not that serious. But as you see, it can't handle any bass. I don't want to get copyrighted, but so it has no bass at all. You hear how it sounds? So that's pretty terrible. But yeah, thank you for watching. More Kei Truck videos coming soon. I love the HiJet. If you're thinking about getting one, go to minitrucksdealer.com. Shout out to Amir, shout out to Boyke, peace.